Okay, so let me go ahead and scroll down on this real quick. And we're going to get down to the last one. Let me move that out of the way. And we're on the last page right here. All right, there you go. And let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to get my marker out. I got it. Use my red. Okay, so the first thing is we have the divisor and the dividend. So the divisor, the question is, can you take 3 out of 1 or take a group of 3 out of 1? The answer obviously is no. Can you take 3 out of 10, or how many groups of 3 can go into 10? What do you think, folks at home?
3.
3.
You can take 3 out of 10. I know the answer to this one. Can I say it?
No, because we're working on this right now for everybody. 3 times 3 is 9. So we multiply, and then the next thing we do is subtract. So 10 minus 9 is 1. Now you bring down. And you have 10 again. Since we just did 3 into 10, we know that 3 goes into 10 3 times, so 33. If you would like to, and then you're going to subtract again, and you have 1 left over, you can't really do anything with that 1. It's going to be a remainder of 1, so remainder of 1. And we can check our answers. Now, the way you check your answer is you take the 33, and you multiply it by 3, the divisor, and you do this problem. 3 times 3 is 9. And 3 times 3 again is 9, okay? And then we had a remainder, so the remainder was 1, and then you add the remainder. And you check, and then you're like, oh, okay, I got 100, and that was your answer. That was the dividend, okay? So that's how you check your answer. You multiply by the answer times the divisor, and you add the remainder to it, okay? The next one, you got 5 going to 4. 5 cannot go into 4, but 5 can go into 45. So 5 can go, how many 5s go into 45? Or 5 times what number gets me close?
9.
So 5 times 9, if you at home have a multiplication table, 5 times 9 is 45. So can we take a group of 45 out? And that leaves us with 0. And you have to bring down the 1. And 5 cannot go into 1, and that was the last number, so it's a remainder. This is a tricky problem. When you bring down, you have to, I gotta explain this. If you bring down a number, you must try to divide, and if you can't divide into it, you have to put a 0. If you bring down a number, you must try to divide. If you cannot divide, you write 0. So 0, and then 0 times 5 is 0, and then you have your remainder of 1. So rule, if you bring down a number, you must try to divide. If you can't, you write a 0. Because I realized that the 9 was in the tens place. Notice it was above the 5, and that's the tens place. There was nothing above the 1s. So 5 times 90, by the way, is 450. And then we have 0. And you can check your answer. 90 times 5 is, it's 450. I'll do one more problem, and I'm going to let you guys do the rest. 7 cannot go into 5. 7 can go into 53. So how many 7s can go into 53? If you have the multiplication table out, you can check 7 times what gets me close to 53 without going over.
7 times 7.
7 times 7 gets me pretty close to 53. So close that 7 times 7 is, who else knows what 7 times 7 is?
49.
Okay, 49. So you subtract 49. Make sure you're following closely on this or you'll be lost. Okay, now we have to subtract. So you'll turn that into a 13. So 13 minus 9 is going to be 4. And you borrowed from the 5, so that's 4. So it's going to be 0. So it's 4. Now you got to bring down the other 4. So bring that down. and you have 44. Now your question is, how many times does 7 go into 44? 7 times what gives me 44?
7 times 6 gets you
7 times 6 gets me to 42. Okay, 7 times 6 is 42. Subtract 42. Okay, hold on a second. Subtracting, and I get 4 minus 2 is 2. And there's nothing else I can do, so a remainder of 2. And that's it. There you go. All right, I'll let everybody, I'm going to stop sharing this screen. If you're working on this, please at least get 1 or 2 answers down, and we'll go ahead and let you guys work.